Hello, everybody, and welcome to this broadcast. What I wanted to talk to you today about was what to do when things don't go as planned. And I'm still testing a new setup here over on Facebook and YouTube where I'm recording on my computer. I got Instagram over here, so bear with me. And if you don't follow me on those platforms, please do so. Listen, life doesn't always go exactly as we had hoped that it could. It's life. And on planet Earth, if you live on this planet and you don't live on Mars or Jupiter or the moon, which if you do and you're watching this right now, that's really cool. But not everything goes exactly as we planned. Things don't always work out the way that we envisioned in our mind, the way that we set out, the way that we looked at it too. And what this really is how life works. We have to look at it instead of mistakes and bad things happening to us. They're happening for us as an opportunity for us to grow out of it. And it's kind of like when you're driving your car with the GPS. For me, I believe in God, and I believe that God directs our footsteps, and we have a choice to make to follow that. And when we do, things go well for us. When we don't, we struggle, and then God's like, all right, come on back around. It's just kind of how it works. And so when that happens, when life goes a different way and there's a different path, it's kind of like when your GPS is saying, get off on the exit here and turn this way and go down that direction because that's the path to your goal. Yet so often we get devastated and we're like, I worked so hard to get here. Why did I have to get derailed? Why did I have to start over from scratch? Why do I have to start this thing? I thought I learned all these lessons before. When in fact, we should be saying, thank you. I'm so thankful this happened for me to learn from, for me to grow from, for me to know that from this point on, I will never go back to where I came from and the mistakes that I made in the past and move forward towards where we're going. Listen, when your GPS tells you to turn from Main Street to South First, you don't say, oh, I got so far down Main Street and now I have to turn down South First. And you don't get devastated when your GPS in your car tells you to turn down a path. But I wanted to go down Main Street. That was the direction towards where I'm going. The GPS has a better route. And that's what happens in our life. When things happen, when they don't go as planned, we're getting redirected to the path that leads us to our plan. And what it is all these things, all these circumstances that are coming in, the bad things that are happening, quote unquote, for instance, that's our perspective on them. We're looking at it as that this bad thing happened, but instead looking at it that this happened, that's true. But from here, I'm learning from this situation. I'm learning that I can grow. And what lesson is life trying to teach me through this? I'm not negating the bad thing happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. And I'm not saying that it was okay that it happened either. So do not misinterpret this to say that I am saying it is okay for evil things to happen to people and that they're supposed to. That is not what I am saying. What I am saying is we look at it, what can we learn from this? And if it shifts our life and changes it from our plan that we had, we ask, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this? And then from there, we move forward to the next step in our goal. So often we can get stuck when the bad things happen. We'll say, well, this is the rest of my life. Nothing's ever going to be better for me than this at this time, and I'm unfixable. And we feel this way, like nothing is going to get better. I'm not saying that it's right for these things to happen or that you deserved it either. What I'm saying is this, what you need to ask, the reality is it happened. You can't change that. But what you can change is your reaction to what happened and what you choose to do and the decisions you make to take action and shift things from that moment on. And if you don't, that's where we start to have repeated stuff happening to us because we're not learning from those situations. We're not learning from them, seeing what the lessons are in things. if we can take what's happened in our life when things don't go according to plan, as we planned them, as we saw them, and we look at it as, what is the lesson in this? What can I learn? And what can I choose to do to move forward past this? Then it's like the GPS is rerouting us. The GPS is moving us along a path to go in the right direction of our destiny rather than circling around in the same old circle that we've been. Listen, if you're on a path in a car and you keep driving down Main Street, you're eventually going to hit a brick wall because the street ends. That's why you turn, and life is the same way. So I'm specifically talking about if you have a plan for your life, if you have a goal, you have a big goal, but you also have short-term goals, and those short-term goals did not go as planned and they even fell apart, they even got destroyed, completely torn down and ruined according to the way we see things, what you ask is, what can I learn from this? What can I learn to move forward and go towards where I'm going? What lesson can I learn, and what can I do differently next time that I know will help me get to my goal? Like I said, this is not about, evil, violent things happening to people and me saying that. Bad things happen, and you can't control other people. But what we control is then what our reaction is from there, and whether we become overcomers and move forward and not let it affect our identity and our destiny and who we are, and become weak and shrink back away from our purpose because these things happened, or we rise above them and we move forward and we say, that was just a terrible thing that happened. It was a roadblock along the way. And even if it was just absolutely terrible, that was a bad thing that happened. Nobody should have gone through that. But I know that I learned valuable things coming out of it, and I'm rising above it in my life and going after the calling and the purpose that I know that I have inside me. And so I really hope that you can understand this and you can get this. That when things don't go according as planned, we can't control what happened, but we can control our reaction to it. And then in that, we choose to decide. A decision and a choice. You are choosing to decide. I know it sounds like they're the same thing, but so often I've seen people choose to not decide. The choice is an indecision. So you have to choose a solid decision and then go after it and take action to then move forward. And sometimes those actions shift us. It's like when our GPS says, turn right here and get on a different, better path to where we're going. And when we do that, we follow that, we take those actions and we build upon it and we learn from it and we move forward and not away from where we're going, we'll start to see changes in our lives every single time. All right, have a good one, everybody. Let me know below in the comments your thoughts on this. Tag somebody on this if this is a message that you think somebody needs to hear. Let me know as well what else you would like me to talk about. I really want to create a conversation where I'm helping people with the stuff they need here and now. A lot of times in the morning, I pray and just ask, what can I tell people today? I don't even know what I'm going to share most of the time. That's part of my process. And then I get a little hint of something that is actually something I'm learning in my life that I've applied. And then I teach it and share it in these videos. So leave a comment. Let me know what else you want me to do a video on, what other topics. Watch some of my other videos as well on IGTV, on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm going live every single day doing these with something that you guys can learn from. Because I believe that if you learn and you get past some of these things and you start to move the chess pieces of your life and make choices towards your goals, you will see changes in your life that will move you towards where you want to go. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk soon.